Recently on OpenRouter, there is a new stealth model which is currently free to access and being tested, and many people, including myself, can confirm that this model is most likely the GLM-5. This model is called Pony Alpha and it has a 200k context window. This is a cutting-edge foundation model with strong performance in coding, agentic workflows, reasoning, and text, which makes it suitable for real-world coding tasks. Now, this is also something that ranks number 10 on OpenRouter's programming leaderboard, and I've got to say the output is quite impressive. GLM-5 seems like it is dropping pretty soon, as checkpoints are currently being tested through different platforms like OpenRouter, Arena, Kilo, and many others. Plus, on ZAI's GitHub, the GLM-5 transformer was actually spotted. The release window seems to be within February, because the ZAI CEO had mentioned a release window within this time frame. The funny thing is, on OpenRouter, when you change the system prompt from default to custom and leave it blank, then ask the model who the actual provider is, it will tell you that it is from ZAI and that it is a GLM model. GLM-5 is apparently rumored to pack 745 billion parameters with 44 billion active parameters. That's actually bigger than DeepSeek version 3, and if this lands as expected, it would be the largest Chinese mixture of experts model. And based off of the leaks from the MOE PSA, which you can find off of Hugging Face's transformers, the GLM-5 is around 2 times the total parameter size of GLM 4.5, plus the DC sparse attention for efficient long context. This means that this model is going to be incredibly great at long context capabilities and that it should be able to help push high quality generations, which is something that I personally saw in my tests. It's comparable to the output of Opus 4.5, and this is my opinion, so don't come at me. I just personally believe that the output is similar to the Opus 4.5. And obviously, it's debated and controversial. But another topic I want to bring up is that a lot of people say that the GLM or other Chinese companies train their models based off the outputs of American firms like Anthropic or even Google, which is actually a given fact because I believe Minimax does this as well as the ZAI Corp. There's a lot of stuff in the AI space that I don't really put on to the YouTube channel, and you can actually access it through my free newsletter with the link in the description below, where you can subscribe completely for free. On OpenRouter, there is also another stealth model that was also recently released called the Aurora Alpha, which could potentially be an open AI model. Now, it's not as performative as the Pony Alpha, but it is something that kind of mimics the generation of the GPT OSS, which is why we believe that it could be the open AI model. If you're looking to get started with both these models, including the Pony Alpha, you can definitely do so via OpenRouter as well as Arena. And if you want to use it via an API, you can do so using Kilo because they do provide the Pony Alpha model completely for free with this AI open source coding agent, which I believe is one of the best that's out there. Now, this extension is completely for free, so I simply have it installed already within my IDE, VS Code in this case. And what you can then do is then select the Kilo code provider, and then you can search up the Pony Alpha model. And our first task was to create a butterfly in SVG code, which used reasoning to help us output this butterfly, which you can see over here. And this actually looks pretty good in terms of the output quality. Now, I'm going to refine this even further to test out its SVG generation capabilities. So this is my second try, and this is where I added a couple of different enhancements to this butterfly, and it has now even animated it, which looks photorealistic in my opinion. And this is actually one of the best SVG generations of a butterfly that I have seen. That is also animated and looks realistic. It has one wing, it doesn't have the separated wings, and this actually looks like a real butterfly to me. Here are a couple of other SVG generations from the Pony model, and you can see that the Pony Alpha did a pretty great job in generating pretty good SVG code for these different scenes. But when it comes to comparing it to the Opus 4.6, it is not as good as what the Opus had generated. And obviously, that's well expected, but still, it is great to see that GLM is capable of generating such great SVG generation. Here is a front end that was generated entirely by the Pony Alpha model. And honestly, it's one of the best examples of UI work that I've seen from any model yet. It didn't just throw together a static page, it was able to structure the layout properly, wired up all the dynamic elements, added smooth animations to each block, which is nice to see, and that it was able to even handle the subtle motion and details that make this page feel alive. And to be honest, if I was someone who didn't have any background in programming, I wouldn't have been able to tell that this was an AI generated landing page. This isn't just a mock-up, it's a full thought out interactive landing page that the Pony model was able to generate. Here within Kilo, I am testing out another front-end capability from this model, but now powered with an AI agent to get the best out of it. And this is where we're actually having it generate a structured landing page for a celebrity. And this is where we're going to create a portfolio landing page that has multiple elements, different stylings, and we're just trying to see the dynamic behavior and output from this model. Here is where Kilo is going to autonomously deploy multiple agents powered by this Pony model to help develop all of the functions to make this app actually functional. So let's see how it actually looks afterwards. There we go. It looks like it has finished generating the front end for our celebrity, which is the CEO of Anthropic. But let's now see how well it did with this generation. And there we go. I have gotten this generation from the model. It didn't use the placeholder because I didn't have provided the face of CEO, but still, it did a great job in this dynamic movement within this landing page. And it looks like it did a pretty decent job with this overall generation. Next is where I had requested the Pony Alpha to create a browser based OS. And I think it took the Pony Alpha a little too literal because it has made the OS Pony OS. But overall, you can still see that it did a great job with these different SVG icons for the applications. And it actually added in multiple applications. Now, I can't actually click on all of them, or I might need to just double click a little bit more. But overall, the dynamic movement of this app is great. It kind of fused a Mac OS as well as a Windows operating system together, which is kind of funny to see. It added a web browser, which is nice. It added a settings with multiple functional components. You can add a dark mode. The dark mode doesn't actually work. And I don't think any of these features actually correlate to the browser OS, but still great to see that it coded out all of these different apps. You have a weather app as well, even a Minesweeper app, which is cool. Now, there's also a Paint app. And then lastly, you have the system monitor. So in terms of generating this browser-based OS, it did do a pretty decent job. And I'm happy to see that this is a pretty functional web OS that it generated. Next up is where I had generated a Minecraft clone within OpenRouter. And I was just trying to test out how well it is in terms of using Three.js to help me generate this Minecraft clone. And in my opinion, I guess it looks good with the functions because you have the ability to highlight different individual blocks, but it doesn't look fully loaded out. Maybe it's because I'm in the blocks, but I guess moving actually works. I'm able to break the blocks, but the design doesn't seem to be working. Now I'm going to try to fix this and see if I can get a better generation. Here is version 2, and it actually looks a lot better. You can see that it added a lot more in terms of the gradients of the terrain, but still hasn't fixed the overall issue, but still a better generation than version 1, which is great to see. But still, you have a lot of different dynamic features that you can work with. You have the ability to break different blocks. You can place it down as well. You have the ability to use different blocks as well, which is nice to see. So in this case, it did do a decent job, but not the best generation of a Minecraft clone. If you like this video and would love to support the channel, you can consider donating to my channel through the super thanks option below. Or you can consider joining our private Discord, where you can access multiple subscriptions to different AI tools for free on a monthly basis, plus daily AI news and exclusive content, plus a lot more. Next is the solar system prompt that was sent into the Pony Alpha, and you can see that it did a pretty great job in creating the simulation of our galaxy. In essence, I did see that this model does a great job in generating the code faster than most models, while also upkeeping the quality with its generations. In conclusion, the GLM-5 will definitely be a remarkable open source model, and hopefully we're going to be able to access it soon within this month, and that they can refine the output even further. Because this checkpoint is already great, but usually what ends up happening is they end up tweaking and configuring the outputs to make sure that they are well suited for better generation. And that is something that I also saw with the Minimax model when I got an early test of it. But with that thought, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and got some sort of value. I'll leave all these links in the description below so that you can easily get started with it. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the second channel, join the newsletter, join the Discord, and follow me on Twitter. And lastly, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and please take a look at our previous videos so that you can stay up to date with the latest AI news. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys fairly shortly. Peace out, fellas.